Hi, today we are going to talk about this microphone. This microphone is a dynamic microphone. A dynamic microphone is different from condenser microphone. A dynamic microphone is very much similar to a speaker. What is there in a speaker? There is a magnet. In front of magnet there is a coil, and with this coil there is a diaphragm attached. So when an alternating current signal, which is a sound signal, reaches to the coil itself is trying to be magnet according to the alternating signal is given to it. With this varying magnet, the coil experiences a kind of alternating force in front of magnet, which makes the coil vibrate in front of magnet. So along with that, the diaphragm is attached, so diaphragm also vibrates, due to which a kind of sound is generated in the air. Now, similar to this, when there is a sound energy which comes and hits the diaphragm, so diaphragm vibrates. Along with that, coil also vibrate. So when coil vibrates in front of magnetic field of the magnet behind it, there is a kind of alternating current is generated. Such alternating current could be considered as sound signal. Now the same speaker is being used as a microphone, which is capable of capturing sound and turning it into electric current. Dynamic microphone contains similar kind of speaker inside it. Of course, the speaker is not designed for producing sound. It is specially designed to produce alternating current or sound signal when sound hits its diaphragm. Once the alternating current sound signal is produced by the dynamic microphone, that is going to be amplified by a circuit inside there. Such amplified current reaches to the device in which we want to record our sound. Apart from that, there are condenser microphones. How condenser microphone records sound? We know very well how capacitor works. In a capacitor, there are two plates. Both the plates are actually apart from each other. So when such capacitor, its terminal is connected to a battery, is capable of holding some amount of charge on it, depending on whatever amount of voltage we have supplied. The amount of charge per 1 volt potential is called capacitance of the capacitor. This capacitance depends on the area of the plate, surface area of the plate, whatever be the size of the plate, and also how far apart they are kept. If these plates are kept much close to each other, the capacitance increase. If these plates are kept much away from each other, the capacitance decrease. Knowing this principle, what we could do? We could change the gap between the plates and we can vary the capacitance of the capacitor. Same principle is applied when a condenser microphone is formed. There is a fixed plate and there is another plate which is working as a diaphragm. Now, when sound energy hits the diaphragmic plate vibrates. As it vibrates, the capacitance of the capacitor, the capacitance of the condenser microphone change, and as per that, the charge holding capacity of the condenser microphone's capacitor change, which result in a kind of alternating current even when we have applied a direct current to the capacitor. Now you have understood the basic principle of the condenser microphone. Whatever alternating current according to the sound energy which has hit to the condenser microphone, that is being filtered and is being amplified or being recorded on any kind of device. So here is the basic difference between a dynamic microphone and a condenser microphone. A dynamic microphone produces electric alternating current according to the sound energy which is being captured by it by moving coil. And on the other hand, a condenser microphone produces sound signal by varying capacitance. So this is the basic difference between these two different types of devices. Both have similar kind of application. Both are used for converting sound energy into electrical signals or electrical energy, but both have different kind of advantages as well as disadvantages. Condenser microphones are highly sensitive. Even a very tiny little noise is coming from anywhere, that can be easily captured by condenser microphone. So when you are trying to record for your podcast or voiceover, the condenser microphone may capture any kind of noise surrounding you. Even when a kind of bee is humming around you, that is going to be captured by condenser microphone. It can capture capture very low tone as well as it can capture very high tone sound. On the other hand, let's talk about dynamic microphone. The advantage of dynamic microphone is that when we are talking in front of the dynamic microphone, it can capture sound from only one direction. If I reverse this microphone, if I bring this microphone away from my mouth, you can understand that sound being captured by this microphone that is found means its sensitivity is very less. It is unable to capture voices which is coming away from it. Even very low sound energy could not be easily captured by this dynamic microphone. So when you are trying to record for podcast or YouTube content, a dynamic microphone helps you capture a good sound. But the frequency being captured by the dynamic microphone is not as wide as the condenser microphone could do. So when you are recording for your vocals or music, the dynamic microphone is unable to capture all the kind of sound which is being produced by your throat or mouth or even your guts that might not be being captured. So both the kind of microphones have some advantages as well as some disadvantages. Depending on your needs, you should choose your microphone. If you want to record for podcast or voiceover, a dynamic microphone is best for you. Okay, I am recording this video keeping the fan on as well as exhaust fan on, and this microphone does not capture that much amount of noise. But if I could have used any kind of condenser microphone, it might record many different kind of sound. I can give you one demo that I am trying to, right now I am recording this voice using this dynamic microphone. But if I remove this microphone from my device, and you can notice that which other kind of sounds are being captured. Now the audio is being recorded through this mobile, which is a kind of condenser mic, and you may notice that there are many other sound being captured by this mobile device mic. So this is the disadvantage of condenser microphone. It can capture all the kind of sound, wanted or unwanted. Fine, I hope you have understood. Bye.